Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This time I would like to discuss about Kansai Dialect. Kansai Dialect is one of Japanese dialects spoken in Kansai area that mainly includes Kyoto, Osaka, Hyogo, Nara, Shiga and Wakayama prefectures. Actually, Kansai dialect is a very rough category because each prefecture of Kansai area has different intonation in its dialect. Japan has so many dialects if they are divided into detailed categories. But this time, I would roughly introduce some of the most widely and commonly used basic words in Kansai dialect. And let me explain about my career of Kansai dialect. I lived in Osaka until I was 17 years old and lived there again in 2013 for just 1 year. So for about half of my lifetime, I lived in Kansai area. I have not spoken Kansai dialect for a long time, but I can recognize if it's not correct Kansai dialect and teach it to people from different countries. But for native Kansai dialect speakers, my knowledge of Kansai dialect might be wrong. So I'm so happy to know what is wrong on the comment. Oh, one more thing I want to tell you. If you want to study Kansai dialect from Japanese anime, dramas, and movies, be careful. Some characters there speak very weird and unnatural Kansai dialects because it can be so difficult to speak right Kansai dialect accents for the actors and voice actors from non-Kansai areas, even though they are Japanese. Here, the most basic word hello and good afternoon in Japanese is konnichiwa. By the way, it's not konnichiwa because there should be a hyphen to divide kon and nichiwa on its pronunciation. In standard Japanese, the intonation is konnichiwa. The accent is on the kon part. On the other hand, in Kansai dialect, konnichiwa, the accents are on the n and wa parts. Do you hear the difference? Once again, in standard Japanese, it should sound konnichiwa, and in Kansai dialect, it is konnichiwa. I am actually exaggerating the intonations to make them easier to recognize the difference. One more thing to teach you about the phrase konnichiwa in Kansai area is that this is actually a formal one. In casual way of konnichiwa, it's like konnichiwa. Once more time, konnichiwa. It sounds like a very rough version of konnichiwa. Alright, let's move on to the next phrase, thank you. In Japanese, thank you is arigato. In standard Japanese, the accent is on re part, so it sounds arigato. On the other hand, the accent is on to part in Kansai dialect, so it sounds arigato. Once again, arigato. Actually, there is another version of thank you in Kansai dialect is okini. The accent is on ki part, so it sounds okini. In standard Japanese, okini is not used. Well, next things I would like to introduce are the words in Kansai dialects which have different forms from the standard Japanese. The word different in English is 違う in standard Japanese. On the other hand, it is ちゃう in Kansai dialect. In the same way, true or real are 本当 and it is ほんま in Kansai dialect. No good, which is ダメ in the standard, and it is あかん in Kansai dialect. You is a little complicated. You in English is あなた and it is 自分 in Kansai dialect. But actually, 自分 can mean I, which is the first person in the standard Japanese. And the word to call someone hey is ね in the standard Japanese. And it is な in Kansai dialect. I would show you a unique usage of a word in Kansai dialect. There is a honorific title for young girls and babies which is chan in standard Japanese. An usage example of chan is kitty-chan. In Kansai dialect, especially in Osaka, people put chan right after ame, which means candy. So if you live in Osaka, people may ask you like, do you want some ame-chan? Instead of, do you want some candy? Kansai dialect is actually a very popular dialect in Japan because many famous Japanese comedians are from Kansai area. So the image of Kansai dialect for many Japanese people not from Kansai area might be comedy. But historically, the origin of Kansai dialect is from Kyoto, and it's much older than standard Japanese. And Kyoto dialect has taste of aristocratic background. And Kansai dialect spoken in Osaka and Kyoto are very different. And the dialects in other prefectures of Kansai area are different too. Alright, that's it for this time. I wanted to discuss more about the Kansai dialect such as nandeyanen and the history of Kansai dialect in this video too. But I would do that in other videos because it seems I do not have enough time. Also, I would like to mention about other Japanese dialects and even dialects in other countries. Do you have anything you want to share about dialects all over the world? I will keep uploading the issue of language learning, so I'm glad if you watch and use my videos for your learning. Alright then, thank you very much for watching and please subscribe my channel for more of my contents and click the like button if you would like to. See you in next video. Bye.